have an idea in your mind of something you want, and you deserve to get it. So how do you get there? Well, welcome to the Idea Space, a podcast devoted to helping you overcome frustration and make what you want a reality. I'm your host, Jen Liddy, high school teacher turned entrepreneur. Now I'm a business development coach. It's my mission to help women bring their ideas to life and get what they want without feeling guilty, selfish, overwhelmed, or lost. Every week, I share topics, tools, and strategies to help you move toward that thing you want. Create time and energy to do the things you love, get clarity on what you really want and how to get there, and most importantly, stop feeling alone with your challenges. Whether you've wanted to create a better business, job, relationship, hobby, or self, I know there's something more that you want, and it's time you were able to get it with confidence and clarity. Ready to have it? Let's go. Hey, welcome to the Idea Space podcast and Happy New Year. I want to start out by being honest with you. And I just could not get my shit together at the end of 2019. Yes, it was the holidays. It was all the family things. We were traveling. There were gifts to buy. There were gifts to wrap. There were decorations to do. There was so much distraction and overwhelm, and I just could not get my shit together. I also spent a lot of time comparing myself to what other people were doing for their holidays. And that sucked a lot of my time and energy, but it also just sucked. Then the plague struck our household. No one could breathe through their nose. You can probably still hear it in my voice. I'm just on the other side of it. We couldn't complete any tasks. We couldn't sleep through the night. My husband had it for 9 nights. I had it for about 6. And so for the first time in 16 months, with all of that going on, I did not record a podcast. It would have been my first of 2020, and it was supposed to have dropped last Thursday, but I had no voice or energy or time. So was I disappointed in myself? 100%. I was absolutely disappointed in myself, but I knew that I wouldn't put out a quality product. I hadn't even written what I wanted to say. And so I had to grapple with this thing that here it is, the first week of 2020, and I've already missed a self-imposed deadline. I'm already behind, right? I've already failed 2020 and everything that it's supposed to be. Because all the messages in my email inbox, in my social media news feeds, and anything I'm watching on TV are saying, 2020 is all about getting clear. You can get clarity in 2020. Are you ready for 2020? Goodbye, you sucky 2019. And basically all the messages are like, it's go time. Let's get in gear. But maybe you, like me, don't feel perfectly ready for not only a new year, but a new decade. Because it's not enough that it's a new year and it's January. It's a new everything. And I'm supposed to have my shit together. But I'm not here for that. I'm not here to buy the bullshit that I'm already behind, that I already failed, just because I don't have my shit together yet. So that's why I've decided to devote this week's podcast to this idea that maybe you share with me, that you're supposed to have it all figured out because it's January 9th, 2020, or January 1st, 2020, or whatever day it is. I'm dropping in to tell you it's okay if you don't have all your shit together yet. If you're unsure exactly how you're going to get there, it's okay if you don't have the word of the year for yourself, or haven't set an intention, or you don't have your goals done, or you didn't set a resolution. Frankly, I'm still dealing with the plague over here. My family got it over the holidays, and not only am I still lacking my word, I'm also kind of lacking in motivation and lacking in voice. Like, you can hear what my voice sounds like. I feel like I can barely talk. But if you're anything like me, all of this talk about clarity in 2020 may have you feeling a little behind, maybe a little less than. What are other people doing, right? And all around me, some people know exactly what they want this year, and some of them even know how they're going to get it. And I am really happy for those people. And I actually wish they could rub some of that shit off on me. But this isn't happening for me yet. I still feel a little fuzzy about where I'm headed, where I'm changing my business this year, and how I'm going to do it. Maybe you feel it too. Maybe you're panicking, saying to yourself, I want something a little bit different. I know that. I know I want something maybe even a lot different, but I'm not sure how to get there. And don't I need to do it now to harness this energy of January 2020? Is it going to be too late? No, it's not too late because any day is a good day to start your next year, your next decade. You could choose June 17th to start again and have it be a year from now, right? Just because a calendar page has turned doesn't mean that clarity is on the other side of it. It doesn't mean clarity is guaranteed simply because we've entered into a new year or a new decade. There's nothing wrong with you for taking the time to figure it out. And so throughout this month, I will share strategies to help you get a little clearer. But today, I really just wanted you to love up on yourself. Give yourself some love. And if you're like me, that's hard. I understand how hard it is to just see yourself and accept that this is where you are right now and to say, that's okay. This is where I am right now. I've been offering that phrase to a lot of my clients lately. The words yet and right now seem to be helpful. I don't know yet. And right now, this is where I am. And it's just kind of you're pressing pause. You're seeing this just as a moment, not as a something that is written in stone for the rest of time. For the past 6 weeks, I've had some moments of clarity, but mostly I've been wandering around thinking about what I want, and I'm just not quite sure yet. That makes me panic inside a little bit, but the panic goes away because I have faith in myself. I know I will figure it out. I've done it before, and I will do it again. I will use my tools and I will be kind to myself. I know I will get there and so will you. So if you're feeling any of this low-grade panic, please let me assure you that you're right on time. Give yourself the gift of believing it will happen because you can make it happen on your own timeline. So if you've got your shit together and you've listened to this whole podcast and you've bound into 2020, I 100% applaud you and I'm happy for you. And for the rest of us on the struggle bus with me, show up here for the rest of the month because I'm sharing tools to help you move forward. But for now, just stop comparing and despairing. Stop the panic. Breathe and dream a little about where you're headed because we'll get there, my friend. I promise. Oh, and one thing I do know that I want to create more for 2020 is free trainings. And so over and over at the end of 2019, my intuition just kept telling me, teach more, teach more. Like that's what fills me up. That's what makes me feel good. And that's what I'm really good at, actually. And every month, if you're a member of my email list, you will get access to a different free training. It'll be new every month and related to making room in your life to make your dream come true. If you go to www.jenliddy.com and download the freebie there, it's a business roadmap checklist. That'll get you started on a really clear path as to what you need to grow your business, and it'll get you on my email list. That way, you'll be able to have both the roadmap and access to January's free training, which this month is all about an interesting, different way to get what you want. It's called Anti-Goals, and I'm going to be teaching all about how to do that at the end of the month. Thank you for listening all the way through, and if you can share this message with a friend who needs to hear it, I'd be so grateful. Please remember that you will get where you want to go, and it's on your terms. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Thanks for joining me today. You can access more free tools and video trainings at www.jenliddy.com/free sources. That's FREE sources. If you found this podcast helpful, I'd be so grateful if you subscribed and gave a review. And if you have a friend who'd benefit from today's topic, tool, or strategy, please share the Idea Space podcast with her. That way, together, we can help more women achieve their dreams and take action on their ideas. Isn't it time we all were able to get what we want? Join me next week, and remember, right now, all you need to do to make your idea a reality is take the very next step you know how to. Bye!